Hey people, Infiltrated 3v3 Faction War. This is Kathari Ruins and Space Marines versus Tyranids. Blue Space Marine team, we have Volhrim as a Force Commander, regular offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support the Ultramarines DLC. Alongside Ben, in 1993 is a Techmarine, starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support the structures and repair the Blood Ravens here. And rounded off the team, long-time Dawn of War 2 veteran Dark Riku with an Apothecary, support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Red Tyranid team, Crog is our Hive Tyrant, a very durable hero that walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, with powerful support and disruption of fighting in melee combat by default with a basic synapse. You see this glowiness here? This is a scheme that Relic released. It wasn't a DLC. I always forget what it's called though. But I will call you Gustavo. Alongside the Tenso is a Lictor Alpha, melee specialist, infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. Getting shot up here early on, can't finish the cap, poor Lictor. And rounding off the teams, DanielGrushin is a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support too. Begins with a ranged weapon but can get specialized melee gear up against the Apothecary on the southwest. Meanwhile, early pressure from the Tyranids as we'd expect. We have triple Hormagaunts opening for the Tenso, double Hormagaunts opening for Crog, and double Termagants here for DanielGrushin. More scouts up for Volhrim and Ben. Dark Riku with a slower opening, just those tactical marines, but lots of pressure here from the Tyranids. Can they get some kills though? Those guys chased into base. I don't think they got anything. Played it well there, Volhrim, just back the hell off. It's a relatively small map, so you can get back out to where you need to be relatively quickly. Tactical marines here are maybe going to lose a model. Lictor Alpha turns around. Can't get it done. They lost a lot of health though. So they handled that quite well, the Space Marines. They can now get out there and cap. Hive Tyrant in a fight with the Force Commander already has the power sword. Wow. One of the quickest power swords you're going to see. 50 DPS power melee and increases the damage bonus from his battle cry ability. There it is. He will do special attacks for the next 10 seconds every time he does one. There it goes. You see that yellow marker there and the yellow damage buffs over there. And Gustavo ran away. Also, the Ravener Alpha slithering away. Oh, has a little stop. Now they're going to get onto the power. It's a good assist here by Ben. Shooting up the tunnel first for some easy red. I think it's 15 red, isn't it? Yeah, it's not bad. It's almost like killing a tactical marine. They're like 18, aren't they? Do I see any shotguns? Not yet. Expect to see some though against all these Hormagaunts, unless they go straight into Devastators. What have you got? You have Bionics. Yeah, you saw him running into the horde of Hormagaunts, suggesting he was trying to get the powerful sweep going. Now onto some Warrior Brood models. Gets a flesh hook in the face. These guys with the Barb Strangler. There it is. Going to make it much easier to deliver the Hormagaunts in unscathed when things are suppressed. And also just, easier to catch them too. Apothecary avoids that Barb Strangler shot barely. Has the customized Storm Bolter. Can really mess up the Ravener Alpha with that. Or any of the other heroes he runs across. Ravener Brood up for DanielGrushin. Also for Crog. Tyranids are keeping up some decent pressure here. Can they get onto the VP? It's a double cap right now. Got to concentrate on killing stuff, I suppose. Double scout snipers here for Ben. Popping off on those Hormagaunts. Look at this. This player forgetting about them. Tenso. Or just really wanted that decap, but he got down to one model. These guys have adrenal glands too. Doesn't want to lose them. Lictor Alpha keeps up the chase. Now has the Toxin Miasma. Reduces their speed and damage by 25%. Not bad. I'm not sure, but I believe that applies to a single model, not the entire squad. I could be wrong though. Trying to bash power now is the Ravener Alpha, DanielGrushin. Another Ravener Brood for Crog. Assault Marines now for Volhrim and Devastators for Dark Riku. Can Borrow Strike with the Ravener, but shotguns are in play to counter-initiate that. Bringing up the Warrior Brood here to try and get a suppression shot in. There it is. Oh, but they drop a model immediately. The snipers will do that, eh? Here comes the Apothecary to join the fight. Hormagaunts have been dealt with quite well so far. Most of it has just been repositioning, just backing off, keeping them chasing, getting shots in when you can. Got a power decap there. Did Crog, that was pretty good. for the Tyranids. Tactical Marines will take it back with their 50% faster capping. Look at the Techmarine just going into melee mode to try and get the powerful sweep. Chasing stuff down here. Ran into a 13-foot Hive Tyrant now. And backs away. I'm hearing the Devastator's fire. Got that heavy bolter that can suppress units and do a lot of damage up close. Ravener's being dealt with quite well. Ravener Alpha being shut down by the full auto. Really well managed engagement by Dark Riku and might get the Ravener Alpha down. 11 hit points, 8, 2, 1, goes down. Oh no, that was a Ravener Brood, excuse me. The Ravener Alpha does get away, but the Ravener Brood was wiped. That's probably even better for Dark Riku. These guys might be getting a flamer. Nope, not yet. In the mid, kicking off. Barb Strangler shot came a little bit too late there. Has to work on the position of these Warrior Brood a little bit in relation to those engagements. Hard though, because you know they're going to be focused immediately, especially with double snipers. It's like, how do you get them in there? Do you run in your Hormagaunts first? Mess with the sniper's positioning? That's some good damage. Some good damage there from the Tenso of those Hormagaunts. Adrenal glands all around here. Getting in amongst those scouts. Melee, of course, a big weakness for these sniper scouts here. Tactical Marines should be forcing close combat to finish them off when they retreat, but it looks like they don't need to. No, they go down. Misplay there from Crog. Dropping one of those Hormagaunts. Warrior Brood capping mid. 401, 326 players starting to think about the tier 2. In fact, DanielGrushin is tier 2. We might see Zone Thrope over there. This is a Ravener Brood drop-in. There we go, that's how you get some more. And an easy way to get rid of the Devastators in this engagement at least. Got a kill there as well. Pretty good, really nice grenade from Dark Riku as they retreated. Messed up the Ravener Alpha. Termagants finished the cap. They do have their Toxin Sacks. The only Termagants on the field. Oh no, there's still these guys. There's still these guys, and they also have their Toxin Sacks. Tier 2 for Dark Riku. Also for the other Tyranid players. Would like to see a Tyrant Guard out, maybe for Crog. Love to see those guys stomping around. Those guys got a decap. Do their Burrow Strike just to escape there. You can give them Enhanced Muscle Coil, is it? Allows them to permanently burrow, but they lose their ranged weapons, get some more melee prowess from it. Gonna have a look at this contested power here. It does have a gen on it. Can they bash with the grenade, maybe? Just gonna do it with the bolters. They'll eventually get it done, and the Force Commander is capping. Has Artificer now. Zone Thrope on the way for the Tenso. And a Venom Brood it is from DanielGrushin. Need to try and push this tier 2 advantage a little bit here while they have it. It's a good powerful sweep from the Techmarine, breaks them up, and the Devastator is going to lock down that little pathway there. Did the right thing, backed away. Might want to get the deadly jump for the Lictor Alpha. Tactical Marines from Dark Riku getting messed up. Down to a single model. How's the levels going? None of the Tyranid heroes able to level yet. Force Commander almost level 2. Gone for the Sacred Standard now, so he's going to be a support Force Commander kind of thing with the Battle Cry buffed by the Power Sword and now a constant damage bonus from the Sacred Standard when they get tier 2 anyway. That's lined up there. Lictor Alpha did a good job getting into the back lines, was a little bit low on health. Techmarine is trying to powerful sweep him to death on retreat. Almost got it. In fact, he might go down. No, gets away. Here's the Zone Thrope. Needs to be very careful with snipers around. Look at that. The shield goes down almost immediately from 2 sniper shots there. In fact, that was 1 sniper shot and some bolter fire. 352 to 318 is pretty even on the VPs. Tyranids get the double there. Maybe a triple. Oh, Gustavo didn't finish the cap. Has the Rending Talons. Force Commander now fully kitted out, but still gets knocked on his ass by the Hive Tyrant. Hormagaunts are going to help her. They should have finished that cap there. Crog would have had a little triple. Those guys are kind of idle in the southwest. Hormagaunts getting a decap. Knows that the Devastators are around. This is a 2v1 fight here for DanielGrushin. They should back off. And they do. Just Rippers sent in there. Does that mean there's a Capillary Tower somewhere? Nope, they must have... I don't know where they came from. Those were Rippers, right? I'm not going mad. Yes, they're Rippers. Maybe there was. Oh, there it is. There's the Cathari tower. They don't show up on the map, you see. I'm not sure why. 308 to 318. Zone throw. Trying to get shots in. That's a big, juicy blob of Marines to get. We have a melee Techmarine now, though. Could be a big threat to the Warrior Brood if he can get in there. Look at this push, though, from the Tyranids. There's the deadly jump from the Lictor Alpha. That's going to be a great tool to use to break up Ben 1993's backline. Who has double tacks, by the way, with plasma guns. Nope, one of them has a plasma gun. Librarian up here for Dark Riku. Stone Guard veterans too. There's Veil of Time on the Devastators, but they have been caught and suppressed. Well-timed shotgun blast, but double Hormagaunts are still there. They're being torn up, though. That's another good shot from the Barb Strangler, but Hormagaunts came a little bit too late for them there. Those guys had to run. They're keeping up the pressure. It's dangerous, though. Chasing Marines into a place where they're all blobbed up as one. They could deliver a hell of a lot of damage quickly, especially with the Sacred Standard buffing everything here. 286, 318. Got a decap on the power, and indeed there is a Tyrant Guard from Crog. I wonder if it was called in. They're getting some kills on those synapse creatures. See, that's those synapse bombs going off. Warrior Brood barely getting away. The Whirlwind getting shots in now. Huge amounts of pressure from the Tyranids. Double Whirlwinds, in fact. Lictor Alpha does not get away. I believe that was the Force Commander getting the last hit. Crog trying to help the retreat a little bit. And takes down the Force Commander. That gives an even bigger damage buff from the Sacred Standard. Hunter Killer missiles on the Tyrant Guard. But look at it now mincing up this range stuff here from Dark Riku. Absolute bedlam. Tactical Marines called in by Volhrim. Tyrant Guard might want to back off here, but he's keeping in there for now. That was a seismic roar from Gustavo. Might go down on retreat, though. The Stern Guard with their Hellfire rounds doing that damage over time. Down he goes. I think that was a sniper shot I heard. Take him down. Techmarine in the back lines now has the refractor field up. Tyrant Guard, I think, is going to make it out. It was a decent push for the Tyranids. They did get some kills here and there, but Space Marines still looking very strong. Volhrim lost the Tactical Marines along the way. See the remains of them here. This must have been when Crog pushed through onto the power. 232 to 318. Did they just take down a capillary tower there or something? Veil of Time on the Stone God. That's a buff from the Librarian. Boosts your speed and removes setup time for setup teams, which is an amazing bonus. Devastators love Librarians. Techmarine gets away pretty clean there. Just lost the shield. 231 to 315. Does this also do damage over time? Yeah, it does. It's a pretty good weapon. 65 melee DPS, not including the damage over time. Ravana Alpha getting caught here. Has the Synapse Aura for damage, which was increased in cost in 293. Bear in mind, this is 293 before the hotfix, which doesn't affect these factions very much. They did lower the sprint speed of the Force Commander's Armor of Alacrity back down to 2, but he's not using it in this match. It was mostly a bunch of Ordo Malleus changes. Lictor Alpha infiltrates. Gonna die though. Down to 29 hit points. Still alive somehow. Trying to sneak away but does not manage it. That goes down. Space Marines pushing back. Can't get into tier 3 though, and now they're facing Carnifexes. The pressure from the Tyranids did pay off here. They got the tech advantage. I don't think the Space Marines have got a full bash on them, have they? That node is pretty low, so maybe some generators got bashed here by Dark Riku. When the Tactical Marines got through, we have improved medical equipment. Look at this now. Some serious range damage from DanielGrushin's army. Would be even more if the Ravana Alpha was alive and given that Synapse bonus. Here's a Carnifex going for the Barb Strangler. Gonna mess up this stuff a lot. There it is. Boom. It's like a Warrior Brood Barb Strangler on steroids. Plasma cannon damage, so it will damage everything. Huge amounts of it. And of course that instant suppression. Look at this. Boom. Boom. That is nasty. How did the Stern Guard not drop a model there? Amazing. Oh, they did. They did drop one from the Spore Mine's damage over time. Big chunks. There is a Tactical Marine squad with a missile launcher. Could just suppress them. There we go. Got another shot though. There's the heal from the Apothecary. Big chunks of damage. 231 to 259. Techmarine gets a decap. Gets suppressed by another Barb Strangler Carnifex. Crog though, what's going on? Crog just lost some stuff. Not sure where it was. Hive Tyrant is down in the mid. Poor Gustavo there. Librarian does have the Force Staff. I haven't seen the Force Barrier yet, but I'm sure it's been used. Oh boy, almost got the Ravener Brood. Sniper Scouts have done well. Level 3, both of them. 2 all the time, says Crog. Asking for some support from the Tenso, but they are capping mid, and a Neurothrope is on the field. Look at Crog. Down to a Ravener Brood and a Carnifex now. But gets another Carnifex, and he can respond in tier 3 quite well when you're Tyranids, because Carnifexes are so versatile. I mean, you do open yourself up to your opponents just focus on tons of anti-vehicle. Look at that Barb Strangler shot there, that was awesome. Plasma Cannon Devastator is on the way for Dark Riku. Is in tier 3. Ben is the only player not. They are rebuffing the Tyranids here. They need to present a united front, I think. But remember, you only need to get 2 of the 3 VPs to win. So they've got it at the moment. Need some more anti-vehicle, the Space Marines. We do have a las cannon up now for Ben. The 2 Hunter Killer missiles from the Whirlwind. I think they have quite long cooldowns though. They do a lot of damage. Oh, this could be nasty for those Whirlwinds. Oh, he's bashing gens with the Barb Strangler. Las cannon gets shots. Then gets suppressed. Look at this blob of stuff. Do they not have a nuke? I think the Tenso's close to one. Those Barb Stranglers are really doing work here. Need to be careful. But look at that, it's so satisfying for those Carnifexes. Hive Tyrant runs away, is getting the bonded exoskeleton. Will allow him to hang in melee for much longer. This could be a mistake, DanielGrushin pushing up this Carnifex like this. Not sure what it's targeting here. Looks like it's going to target the Plasma Cannon. The Plasma Cannon targeting some Spore Mines, which was spawned by the Carnifex. Look at that shot. Almost whacked him out completely. One more shot would have got on, but they do get away. 164 to 214, triple cap for the Tyranids. Played it really well. Put enough pressure on, kept enough stuff alive. Bash the power here and there. Crog with that full bash must have really helped earlier on. They now have 2 Carnifexes out as well, a Thornback and of course that Barb Strangler, and they are getting messed up, the Space Marines. There's a Neurothrope's Paroxysm too. There it is. That does percentage-based damage over time, so it's really good against high health units. And bonus to heavy and super heavy infantry. It is almost all of the Space Marines. We have the Lone Hunter here for the Lictor Alpha. Messing up some las cannon fellas. Can he get a kill? Killed one of them. And they are bashing power, not wasting any time here, the Tyranids. And now backing off. They've done really well. Haven't overextended too much. I guess maybe Crog did when they lost some units. I'm not sure exactly where they lost them though. Just haven't been able to get the AV out to handle all the Carnifexes. They've got 3 Carnifexes to fight here. These guys both have plasma guns, which isn't helping against the Carnifexes, especially when they're getting suppressed. Yeah, there's not a huge amount of AV. We do have that missile launcher. These guys don't have a las cannon, but these guys do. So there's one missile launcher, 1 las cannon, and a Stern Guard, and the 2 Whirlwinds. It's not a huge amount, because the Whirlwinds only have the Hunter Killer for vehicles. Their regular missiles won't do a lot to them. Stern Guard there using Avengers Shroud, trying to do what they can, but Thornbacks have 1750 hit points. Do they really want to push this in towards base? Just trying to keep the Space Marines the hell away from the VPs, I suppose. They are grabbing the southwest. Got some kills here on some Termagants, I think. Lictor Alpha's done well, you know. Watch him now die immediately. Techmarine gonna kill him? Not quite. That axe also draining energy. Down to 47 VPs here, the Space Marines. Volhrim though, with Assault Terminators on the field. Now here's some anti-vehicle. Those Thunder Hammers will rip through anything. And they're hugely tough. Can't suppress these guys, but the Toxin Sac Termagants will help. Can still cripple them. Down to 35 VPs now. There's the Paroxysm. That's really bad news for the Terminators. And now this guy has the Crushing Claw, so they're not getting any damage resistance against Gustavo's melee attacks. 32 to 214. Terminators dropped to model there. Again, that was good play. Backed off, led them into a really bad place, and dealt with them quite well. This Carnifex needs to back off. There we go. Big old charge to get away. Actually knocked back the Hive Tyrant, but he's alright, doesn't mind. Another Carnifex here for the Tenso. Another Thornback. I mean, you know what's coming from the Tyranid Tier 3. Carnifex. It doesn't mean you can stop it. Doesn't mean you can stop it. The Barb Stranglers are really messing them up. They're being targeted really well. Shutting down the Tactical Marines. These guys just being tied up here by the other Thornback. It's rough. Down to 32 victory points. More Devastators for Volhrim, probably for another Las Cannon. Level 6 Apothecary here. It's quite a powerful heal. Might need to use it on himself. What is this? Is this a Venerable? No, it's more Terminators for Dark Riku. Probably going to get the Cyclone Missile Launcher. There is your Venerable Dreadnought though from Ben. I mean, they have big risk rosters here, the Space Marines. Can they turn it into a bunch of Carnifex deaths? Having to back away as Crog did so much work with those two Carnifexes, though they stayed in the field for ages. We do have our Zone Throat, right? Yes, we do. Does not have the Symbiosis yet. I think that was reduced in cost slightly. I could be wrong. Level 3 Carnifex here for DanielGrushin. Single cap for the Tyranids. Down to just 10 VPs. This could be it right here. Orbital does some damage, that's for sure. But it was the Termagants. Force Con level 4. Maybe missed the Thunderhammer for this guy. I mean, it wouldn't have helped against the Carnifexes, but disrupting the other blobs would have been useful. But if you teleport in or something, then you're facing potentially multiple Thornback Carnifexes on you. I just think they should have got the las cannons going earlier. Maybe a tank or two, eh? I'm not sure the whirlwinds really pulled their weight. Maybe one of them would have been enough. As I say this, the Space Marines have a double cap. Gonna be a 2-to-1 though. Lictor Alpha is taking the northeast, and they are trying to decap the southwest. Ravenor's got messed up though by a plasma cannon shot most likely, and his Carnifexes can't cap. Double cap for the Space Marines. Oh, this could kill him. And it does kill him. Double Barb Strangler here for DanielGrushin. Awesome weapon. In the mid, the Venerable is giving it a go against Gustavo with his Crushing Claws. Also a Thornback right there. The Venerable is most likely going to go down. There's a triple cap though for the Space Marines. Hormagaunt's trying to get this mid one back. I guess the Lictor was pushed off the northeast. Can the Space Marines do this? I was talking like it was over. Southwest being taken by the Tyranids though. The Venerable Dreadnought is down. This is the Stoicism. But the Assault Terminators take up the fight now. Another Carnifex on the way for Crog. Have they finally got enough anti-vehicle to really mess with them? They've got las cannons. They've got those Assault Terminators. More Terminators for Dark Riku, but no Cyclone Missile Launcher. There's a 2-to-1 again for the Tyranids though. I think they just ran out of time here. That's going to be the game. GG indeed. It was a fun one. Had a level 4 Force Commander. You had maybe a Power Fist with a better late game. Level 6 Techmarine. Did well in melee. Level 6 Apothecary. Level 2 Gustavo the Hive Tyrant. Bioplasma at the end. Lictor Alpha level 4. Really impressed with how this guy did on like a compact map like this. And a level 3 Ravener. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to the players for taking part. And of course, Impregnable, the man with the plan for organising such things. I'll see you next time.